This episode of 4DMs and a Noob is rated D&D 17 and contains elements of breaking, entering, and political intrigue. Have a snappy day.
Welcome to 4DMs and a Noob. I am your noob, Josh W., and we are on episode 18, and things are getting interesting to say the least. We still hate the warden. That's I think that's no lie there. But we have rescued Drumlift, returned her to her parents. She thought her parents had taken her to this school. That's yet to be determined. We don't believe that's the case. But for the time being, we are trusting these parents who say they did not take her. The school seems to unlock magical talent within these kids, ranging up to around 10 years old. And it seems to be the what's the group called? The Dark Tears. Mm-hmm. It seems to be they are behind this. Janu has his memories back. All of his memories. He took a bite of the cake as was requested. He licked the cake and unlocked his full memories, so he knows everything now. And this Labrador that was in the Lewd Bitch a few episodes ago seems to be either Miri or Grimjaw. There's really just no way to tell. Right? You think a blonde dog, blonde hair could be Miri, but the dog's also wearing the other half of the pendant, which could mean Grimjaw as well. So Janu is dealing with that. With that being said, let's go ahead and introduce our characters and get this thing started. Ryan, let's go.
Hello, I'm Ryan Butler. I am playing Solon, the Tiefling, now winged.
The re-winged.
The re-winged.
The re-winged.
The declipped.
Unclipped, now reclipped.
Reclipped. I'm Zach Church. I'll be playing Normlicor, our slimy monk.
I am Dan Weber, and I play Engwyn Repar. That's with 5 L's, but you can call me Gwen.
And I'm Josh W., and I'm playing Janu, the no longer amnesiac. Turn it over to Chase, our DM.
Once again, I'm Chase Esmail playing Basil of the Rue, as well as DMing. And I have really enjoyed where this has gone. I have never played an evil overlord before, so I hope I played justice to it. Who knows if he's a real overlord?
You're fine at it.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
You're doing a good job, exactly how we want.
If I had to describe you in one word, it would be Wunderbar.
Heath Ledger. Oh, yeah.
It would be Mendel. I mean, wunderbar.
I apparently have unlocked some really deep, dark... No, I'm just kidding.
He had to lock himself in a room to really get into character.
You've witnessed everybody else in the room visibly get angry at a character.
Yeah.
And then,
Did you feel the tension in the air? Vibration.
I know that feeling. That's why I brought that up as Basil last time. Was like, yeah.
Yeah, guys, I
freaking
actually
hate this
saw Chase in Home Depot the other day. He was buying a bunch of tubing and stuff. He said he was going to make a life-sized to scale model, just for immersion for theater of the mind. I stopped him because
it's called diving into your character, really becoming one.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the FBI was on their way.
I mean, I set myself on fire a few times to get into character.
So, Tracy, you had mentioned between episodes that we ended the episode by going ahead and, spending the night in the leather shop.
Yes. So what we are going to do is we have now, instead of just going on and playing into the next thing, we will say the night was pretty dark. It was already midnight at that time. And so we needed to finish what we did and get some sleep, and would make a decision in the morning would be best. And that's where we left off. So now we are waking up the next day, and where we are going to already be awake with breakfast being cooked on the table by Nodis, as Grimnir is...
Solon can cook my breakfast, thank you.
Okay. Well, Solon, would you like to cook some sausage?
Oh, of course.
For our friend, as well as Grimnir is in the leather shop working, kind of avoiding everybody, but also just getting work done and trying to make some money now that the family's back together.
Are there eggs?
Yes, there are eggs in the house as well. Okay. There's some chickens in the back. Drumliff is asleep still, and so is Brewer, the son. And then we're just sitting around the table, looking at each other.
I know that feeling.
I'm describing real life.
So, Grimnar and I always forget
Nodus.
Grimnar and Nodus. I'm sure that since this whole town is full of missing kids and missing folk, that there's got to be some kind of support group, or like you got to know the names of the other parents of missing kids, right? Like there's got to be some kind of internal community.
Well, that's something that I would say has changed throughout the years. The last few years is the community that once was is kind of torn. Each section of Eldoria has been kind of separated by groups. It seems less of a nobody's together anymore. I would say here in Bildo, as it being one of the smallest areas in the entire city population-wise, and us being really the only dwarfs that live in this area, for us, we really don't know any.
You don't remember anybody from when you were together? I mean,
yes,
y'all
yes,
are dwarves. I understand
but
you've been around a lot.
But what I'm saying is, we don't really go out and about, and we don't go. The communication, as you say, that would happen, or that support just isn't there as it once was. So as all this is happening, we've really just been supporting ourselves. So I don't have any other names. I apologize. Hopefully,
you don't need to apologize
hopefully
for
this
anything.
food is to your liking. And she plops down all the food in front of everybody.
If we, and again, I'm just exploring options here, but if we were to want to try to find all of the different parents for these missing kids, would you be able to, if we did go that route, would you be able to find your, some of the people that you used to know, and then start that chain of finding everybody else to get to a common meeting ground? If we're able to do something to help, and again, I don't know that we could even help anybody, but I'm trying to look forward, and if we can help one missing girl, maybe we can help more.
Well, I think I can go about. Grimnar actually stops his work and comes and he goes, well, I guess there's one good thing about something that happened for me going to the Lewd bitch, but
I'm sure there was at least 69 good things.
well, no, their rumor wheels fly through there, and I think I could be able to find and get the message going a lot quicker if he looks over to his wife and he goes, if I'm allowed to do it just this one last time to spread the news.
Hard sell.
But I won't even buy a strudel.
I don't think the strudel was the problem.
Well, that's the only reason I went was the strudel.
Really? Starting with the lies again in the morning.
No, I truly like the strudels. Mm-hmm. He kind of walks over and in your ear whispers, "Try this food. Try this food."
I try the food.
Roll a Constitution.
Oh gosh. Talk Constitution saving throw?
Yeah. Constitution saving throw, my friend.
6.
It tastes awful.
Oh no.
The
Fine,
eggs are salted way too much. Somehow she made the eggs liquidy and dry. There's eggshell still in there. The bacon itself is undercooked and still soggy. Like, she does not know how to cook to save her life. And
I throw up. I throw up. If I throw up for the
and then he whispers in your
the
ear,
hellacious hoagies, I throw up for this.
Strudel.
Gwen?
He looks and he goes, "This is one of the reasons why I left. I eat for comfort. And in this time I needed to have the way I needed comfort, and it was in strudels."
I'm not even listening to him. I can't even think right now. Like this. That was so bad.
She wasn't in there when all this happened. Naldis would like step back out. And she comes back and she goes, "All right, how do y'all like your food?" But was like, "I'm a vegetarian."
I only eat
Solon's
people.
about to show him what Hell's Kitchen is.
Norm takes a piece because he's curious. I don't think he heard.
Yeah.
I don't think he heard him, so he eats a piece.
I mean, you don't take poison damage, so it goes down fine.
So it's not that I don't take poison damage; it's that I have advantage against being poisoned.
Okay. Well, yeah, go ahead.
18 off the rip.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Like you.
Yeah, I think Norm's like, okay.
This
and you eat it for
dissolves
everybody.
fine.
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The sodium
all of you are just weird.
Then we remember that he doesn't have taste buds.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Yeah, for you, it's sustenance. It will do the job.
He like his tasting fluids touch dirt all day. So.
You'll see like this weird seam appear across Norm and like split open into the goop and just shovel it into himself and just
Because you're purple, I'm just picturing muck from Pokemon right now.
translucent thing.
Translucent muck.
You've seen the picture of Norm, haven't you?
No.
And I know last night we didn't get to actually figure out what we want to do. I would say that's something we do need to figure out as soon as possible. I like the idea of going to go talk to the mayor and find out a little bit more about the whole situation, especially if he seems to be hiding. As you said last night, Norm, it's probably hiding to stay out of the view of the warden. I mean, the warden's a pretty crazy guy, and I would avoid him too. So I think talking to him and then finding maybe we can even talk to him and tell him to step down. It doesn't have to be.
I mean, it's the warden's doing that just so he can get voted in, right? Like we're all on board with that.
Oh, I assume
Or to put somebody
someone else, another
his-
pawn that's now
Yeah.
that will keep doing so he can keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah, there's no way the warden can win an election.
I don't think so. Well, I'm sure there's a way, but
He wouldn't need us to do anything if he was going to do it that
yeah,
way, though.
probably have a voice. He probably just needs a voice piece.
I do not believe that he in any form or fashion wants to be in the public eye.
No, but I do think y'all took the legs right out from his front runner.
Well, well, so I guess the best thing would be go to the mayor's office and wait for him to get there, or at least hear it and go in. It's my thought.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? As far as following along with the warden, there's a bad taste for me for that, and I don't want to do any of his bidding anymore. Now that we saved her, but I do know there's more children that do need to be saved, more people that need to be found.
I would say that the children are the priority, personally.
Are the priority?
I mean, I don't know where y'all's morals stand.
Everybody collectively looks at Solon like, bitch.
You eat fingers.
I mean, if y'all want to see a mayor first.
Well, all right. Well, yes, I would say the children are quite important to save. I mean, the more I got to walk with Drumliff and get to see the smiles on their face and things like that, of course, you want to preserve that innocence as all as possible. So, I don't know. The only reason why going along with his plan is to be able to save the other kids. Instead of shutting off, this is my thought, instead of shutting it all off and losing opportunities.
We know and have a decent plan of how to find a list that we can give to get these children back. But we do not know how to pin down the mayor's location. So for all we know, we could be waiting for weeks in front of his office.
I mean, there's no way to pinpoint it, but the only note we have is that he's in his office, and that was what we were told by...
We were told he was in his office yesterday.
But when we asked about it, she said that he would be in his office today or something similar to that. I don't know if that was for the assistant mayor or the mayor itself, but that's his,
I cannot believe the assistant mayor is back at work. It's been one day since he lost his bottom half.
I am very curious.
About 3 days since he lost his wings. So
If I can get my wings back, he should be able to get his legs back.
I think that
the resources they have.
paying the actual mayor may not be the play. I think visiting the assistant mayor first might answer some questions that we have in the grand scheme of things.
But, I mean, he was so quick to betray. I mean, he ditched us as quick as he possibly could. And I used to say it's not going to happen again.
Because we swept the leg Johnny, bet he won't do that again.
This was his big and final play. He thought he had us. Now, if we should come back and show that he didn't have us with his biggest play that he could do, then he'll truly be shaken.
All right, but what do we have to say to the assistant mayor versus the mayor? I mean, yes, get some few questions and then go to the mayor.
Oh, just more answers for all of the things that he did, and try effectively see where he stands in this whole situation to make sure that he understands that we will absolutely ruin him.
All right, let's.
We're removing one of the warden's pawns, as it were.
And it's easier to win if we have more pawns ourselves.
Or take a pawn at the play. All right, that's understandable. I'm ready.
I don't think we want to talk to that sleazebag. We just should.
Oh, he also has a safe room, like a vault room in the back with all the fancy documents, and I think there was another safe room in back there too. We could just get him to open that up for us if we want to find any other documents about the mayor or about the warden.
That's true.
Because I had to go in all sneaky snake like, and it was late and I was in a rush, so I don't think I found everything by any means.
I've been in a few safe rooms before.
Safe,
Not safe.
safe words.
Room, not words.
In a rough enough house, you got to have a safer room. I think
It was more the secrets were safe in the room.
Let's go speak with the assistant mayor.
It's a crack of dawn, so I'd say let's get there before him and just be sitting in his office when he comes in. I think that'd be funny.
the assistant mayor.
Yes.
Oh, I know a back way in.
Well, let's do it.
Oh, I love this.
Johnny, you haven't really spoken that much. What are your thoughts? You've been quite quiet since yesterday, which, usually you have something to say.
I'm just thinking. Got nothing to say at the moment. I like the plans that are in motion, so I'm okay for right now.
Quite the silent protagonist.
Correct.
He's just playing with his dog. I respect the shit out of that. He's like, John, you got to think. Wait, what? Huh? Yeah, I'm good.
Whatever you said.
Mission accomplished. I got my dog.
All right. Well, I was just double checking.
Retires off into the distance.
Character arc over.
All right. From there, is everybody ready to move on? Words to the
Onwards to City Hall.
Yep. So as we go from Bildo, we have to go to the tower directly south of the town hall, the settlement hall. So as we go to the gates, once again, there's one guard at this gate instead of two, as it's probably just the time of day that it is, and yep, the guard just sees us, kind of just ignores us as we walk by, make way through the town with anything really disrupting us to getting to the town hall. as we walk there, Basil's like, so how do we actually get in the back door or back way?
So I will tell you where I found, or where the exit was from that secret tunnel I found in. It comes out to a behind a painting behind his desk. He's not very creative.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
he doesn't seem.
I know.
It doesn't seem like it. So, quick question: how do we? Where's the exit? Like, where did it pop you out of?
Remember where I met you guys in the woods after you had escaped the prison?
Mm-hmm.
About 30 yards from there.
Well,
I put a small lean-to over it with some rocks, and I have great sense of nature.
So I think that's quite the opposite direction, and we're already here at town hall. Do we want to go all the way, go through the back door, or just come through the front door and go to his office?
Oh yeah, let's just do that. That's fine.
That's just thought. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to waste time going that way. I mean, we could do the element of surprise. And really
No,
mess
I
with
just
this
like to go in secret, small, dark, scary alleyways and like little crawl spaces. Sometimes you get little spider friends, and but no, we can just do the front door. That's fine too.
All right. So we make it to the sediment hall, and we go in.
And I remember where the mayor's. I think we all remember where the mayor's. We've all
Yes.
been there. Yeah.
Well, at least the assistant mayors.
All right. So we make it through the town hall. As we walk through, a few people glance our direction, especially with
The cute puppy.
well, yeah, the cute puppy, the Norm Lagore rolling, the winged tiefling, and just the Mod Podge of people that we are.
It's just a puppy.
Yeah, but everybody is kind of just looking. Not really. Sorry, not everybody. There's a few people that are looking and just see us and of that manner. But yes, but don't really pay any attention as we walk through the main gates. Remember, we do see the symbols, the flags that are hanging down. It looks just like it did when we first got there. And as we make way to the assistant mayor's office, so we can make it to the door. What do y'all want to do? Just turn the knob.
So I remember looking down the hall.
Yeah.
Is the mayor's office? Is that open, closed?
It's closed.
Okay. So I'm not gonna do anything with that. You can.
So as you're opening the door, you're seeing the assistant mayor try to go out the back. You see him opening the painting, looking back with fear in his eyes.
Oh, I use key point
Okay.
to get him.
To what him?
A
To
key.
get him a key point.
I think this is the first time we've used a key point.
I know,
Could
but-
you please explain what
explain
key points
what
are?
key point and getting what the key point is.
Monks have an ability
To get you.
to they get key points. Basically, it is the monk spell like slot, for lack of a better term. It allows them to use moves like Flurry of Blows, which allows you to hit things more often. In this case, there is an ability called Step of the Wind. You can use one key point to take the disengage or dash action as a bonus action on your turn, and your jump distance is doubled for that turn.
He turned into Flubber.
I already have 40 feet of movement speed,
Yeah, so
just base.
yeah.
So
Sprint,
so I can like kind of standing yeet myself onto the assistant mayor from where I am. So like when they open the door and he's standing there like, I am going to just get him, like just as fast as I can, basically try to do what I did to Basil.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Is this a grapple or a hit?
Well, like just snag him. I don't want to like necessarily
Okay.
like
So
Restrain him. Just latch onto him.
So as
Back and
everybody
grapple.
is seeing the mayor
Full
kind
Yoda.
of looking back and seeing fear, y'all see a flash of purple launch like onto him. Go ahead and make a strength versus strength.
The 14 flat.
All right.
I can,
Uh,
okay. Yeah,
you rolled
that's
a
straight
5
up
flat.
strength.
Yeah. So you just right up on him and he's like, Get off of me. Get off of me this instant.
It just. Just muffling.
Are you suffocating him?
No, just muffling him.
You just don't want to kill him? Just no?
I'm not trying to kill him.
Okay, just double checking.
So, we are not trying to kill you.
We're just slapping, like, you trying to get us off his face, like, trying to strip you off.
It's squeeze just a little bit. We are not trying to kill you.
The door slowly shuts behind Gwen.
The smile gets bigger. And he just sees all of you all and is just like, panicking completely. Basil's like, son. He opens his his bag, pulls out some rope. This will be easier this way.
He opens his diplomat bag, pulls out a rope.
Yeah, this is a real diplomatic. You know exactly what type of diplomatic bag this is. I know this will not be like the other episodes.
Diplomacy has failed. Time to break out the diplomatic bag. I'm gonna liberate the shit out of you.
So Basil goes as you're holding him and ties his legs together and his hands as well. And he is once again wearing socks.
The magical. Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah, you don't. We do. But yeah.
Norm looks at Basil. Take his socks.
I take off his, like, he has some really nice shoes as well. Takes his shoes off, pulls off the socks, and I'm like, I've never seen a dragonborn that has to hide his feet. And as I take off the socks, there's like a color difference. Like, and almost like the scales have been polished from the socks rubbing.
Oh my
For all those years.
Why are we undressing him?
Oh, last time he had some magic socks when he went into the prison, remember?
No, I was too bummed out with everything else going on.
That's fair. But yes, I'm going to tie him up. And Assistant Mayor, we're not here to hurt you, but we will if we need to.
Solon, have you ever had freshly rejuvenated legs? It's like people veal.
I haven't had it myself, but I've heard great things.
It's so fresh. It's like all the stress, all the
Like,
tension is
his
just
mouth. That is
gone.
no. So, I will let you go as long as you promise not to scream. I seriously, Assistant Mayor, we are literally not trying to hurt you, but you have done nothing but give us reason to. Like, release a little bit one more time.
Okay, just stop it. I just want to. This is my Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
I release his mouth, but I do not release him.
Yeah. Basil is tying him up. He's like, "This is the only way, so you don't run away. I understand, wholeheartedly, and I know who you work for now. Fine.
Who we work for now?
Wait-
Who do
wait
you
a
work
minute.
for?
If you knew that, why are you trying to run away?
It's you, all 5. So you can. Well, last time I was with you, my body was torn asunder.
100% your fault.
No, it wasn't. You literally pulled me to get cut in half.
As you were running away from
As you were trying to, yeah.
I did
As
not.
you led us to a trap and tried to escape.
That's not what I'm talking about. You didn't know it was a trap or that I was trying to escape.
But you
grabbed me and pulled me and got torn asunder. How am I not
I
supposed
pulled you back because you were trying to escape. I had no
No, I
idea
pulled him back,
you were going
actually.
to be get cut in half.
Yeah, I was the one that pulled. Yeah, I pulled you back because I didn't know you were trying to escape. I thought I was trying to help you. So you
You-
did this to yourself.
helped enough?
Yeah. You played yourself.
Look,
Play stupid games, get lost legs, okay?
Look, you got your legs back. Everything's fine.
Looks like you got your wings back. Everything's fine.
Exactly.
All right, fine. What do you want? Why are you tying me up? Why is this necessary? We both understand that we are in a predicament where we must do certain things that we might not want to, but we have to.
Great. Wonderful. You understand the predicament.
we find ourselves in a bit of a predicament very similar to that situation currently. None of us want to be here. None of us want to be speaking to each other. However, we
fine.
need information.
Well, speak away. I don't want to be in this predicament very much longer.
Fantastic.
Good.
Who paid for you to get your legs fixed? Was it the mayor or the warden?
I don't know. I remember being torn into two. I blanked. I woke up. I was not in two anymore.
And
Then why are you
didn't
complaining? It was
you
such an
didn't ask.
instantaneous thing.
You didn't ask who put you back together again. You're like,
The
oh
fact-
well, this is
the
fine.
fact that I was still alive after a situation like that and failing the warden, I didn't question a thing.
Insight.
Is it a 0?
17.
No.
That's pretty good.
I am. You can tell that he is 100% so fearful of the warden that he's happy being alive. Like, this is 100% what he, like, he's clear as day, being as open.
I feel more sad for you than I hate you right now. But that kind of makes me want to hate you more. Because you made me feel differently. And I don't like anybody making me feel differently, you son of a...
So, next question.
Yes.
Actually, less of a question, more of a request.
Mm-hmm.
Every scrap of information that you have about the mayor and his routine, as it were.
His routine has changed over the last few years, more so about 6 years ago.
What
When
happened
did-
6 years ago?
His behavior's changed.
When did the warden show up?
The warden has been here for quite some time, and as of 6 years ago, the mayor did all his biddings, and now the mayor doesn't, and so here we are. Now I have to do the biddings for the warden.
Why doesn't he do the biddings anymore?
I do not know, but it seems as though the warden and him do not like each other, and the warden can't do anything to get him out of power as the mayor is doing things to stay in power. I don't know. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. He doesn't leave his office.
What is he doing to stay in power?
I don't know. It's bewildering to me. He has done nothing for this town. The city has gotten worse. He sits in his office, and how he stays in power, I don't know, but he does.
Is he in his office right now?
I would assume so. It is his work time. He's always here all day for work and then just disappears. Nobody goes to bother him in his office anymore, not even the warden.
Wonderful. I will be right back.
So when does anybody ever actually see him?
They don't.
So how do you know he's been here for 6 years? Or have you guys just been talking to a closed door?
Other people are allowed to go in. As I am working for the warden, he does not let me in. There's certain people that he has that works for him. I work for the warden because I have no choice. And so this is how I'm stuck with my life.
who does he let in?
He lets in a few of the people that work here. There's...
Y'all are going to feel so silly if the mayor's been dead for like 6 years.
yes, we would. The person that usually goes in there is a woman by the name of Velserian Sira. She is a human that works for him, and she is the only one that goes in or out of his office. Everyone else doesn't. Another one that doesn't go in but has quite a lot of connection to the Sturley Rootwood, a gnome. He seems to only trust these two, which I understand, as I wouldn't trust me as far as I can throw me. I'm not the person who I thought I would ever become as I've grown up. I'm a puppet.
Well, the first step is acceptance. Tell me, where is what was her name? The person that actually sees
Vilserian.
Vilserian?
Yes, Vilserian.
Where is her office located?
Her office is right next to the mayor's. I don't understand why she even has an office. She's just a guard. It makes no sense. But as I said, you have friends in power, you get rewards.
Or, they consistently try to kill you and kidnap children.
Yes, and you can't do anything about it. I get it.
More than you do. Once again, I will be right back. Norm goes to leave, he goes out the door. He told us where the mayor's office was, right?
We can make it. Yeah, we've seen the mayor's office.
I go inspect the mayor's office door.
You see, it's there. It's a door, and yes, there is more than an inch. I keep
doing this because there is.
Yes, there is more than an inch gap. It's government work.
Yeah,
it's a government.
I test that to see if there's any way I can actually get under the door. If there's something blocking my way.
No, you can go through.
Okay. I test that. Is there, if I can get through, I go back. So I can get in, but I do not want to be the only person there when I attempt this.
Well, would you like me to take a look-see before you go under?
Well, here's a question. Do we have any more need for the assistant mayor, or can we go about and do what we need to do?
It depends. Is the assistant mayor going to go running and blabbering off to somebody to tell them that we're about to go talk to the mayor?
I have nothing to say other than you're doing your job as I am doing my job now. Ignoring what you five do. That is what I was told. Y'all don't matter to me anymore, but as the last time I was with you, still don't want to be around you.
I mean, the feeling is mutual. Please understand that as much as you dislike us, you were the one that betrayed us in the first place.
He's kind of sarcastic, bobbing his. Yes, I know. I don't care. I had to do what I had to do. You're having to do what you have to do at this point. Y'all should understand this now, because y'all are puppets too.
Puppets? Wonder in the employ of the warden. And it's actually thanks to you for that we even had this acquaintance.
You're welcome. Welcome to hell.
This isn't hell.
You'll soon find out. It is.
So I think Norm would like.
I pull out an eyeball and I go, "Do you want me to look around before you go under?"
Well, more along the lines of I just don't want to be I would like somebody else that has better with words to explain maybe what's going on once I get in. This is going to be. I feel like the universe is going to make this go poorly.
Well, good with words means Basil or Janu.
Basil's like, well, what do y'all want me here, Mayor? I go and just with his socks stuff it in his ear holes and just start jamming it really deep, just as hard as I can, making sure.
Their socks of deafening.
Yeah, they're in there.
Blow my nose. I'm dying. I'm sorry.
Record it for a soundbite.
I thought that was the most sonically unpleasing thing that I possibly could.
That's what Norm sounds like when he's sad. That's the background music. Just.
Okay.
He oozes when he's sad.
Y'all heard that normally. He heard it in his head.
All right. Well. All right. Now that he can't hear us, or I assume so.
Can you hear us?
He kind of just looks at you. and he's looking around.
Okay.
All right, John, do you want to talk to the mayor? Should I talk to the mayor? How should we go about this? Because, as you said, you don't have a plan. I have nothing planned. I know we need to talk to the mayor. What needs to be said? What do y'all want said? We need to figure this out as a group.
Should we just tell him the truth?
100% just tell him the truth. And I understand that he's probably going to be wildly mistrusting of us.
Let's do it. I'll go.
Well, and then at the same time, it seems as though the mayor used to work for the warden, so he already knows the warden's a corrupt man, obviously. But why the change of heart? Those are something I didn't think enough.
A blob and an elf is probably more suitable than a blob and a rabbit.
I think it should be all 5 of us going in there. I don't. Yeah, I think
That
all
works.
5 of us.
Let's
should
do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the assistant mayor is nothing to us.
I say you say up front, like we tell them, like you said, 100% of everything up until what the warden gave our mission to be, and then we let him talk, and then we tell him that part.
Yes.
All right. I mean, you're taking lead, gentlemen. I'll let you have that.
Okay, if we're making our way back over there, I start like making my way underneath the door.
Well, I mean, if we're just going to go in, let's just go in.
I take.
Well, I don't know if it's locked or not. I didn't.
I reach into my hand, my pocket dimension, and I start shoving sausages in his mouth so he can't make a noise.
And everybody,
Oh my gosh.
the mayor's door, at least after hours, it is trapped with a poison needle. So be careful about traps on that door.
Well, it's not after hours.
I'm just letting you know. It would be silly not to tell you about a poison needle.
We've been warned.
Yeah. So
All right.
over there,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like underneath the door.
All right. So as you go underneath the door, go ahead and roll perception.
Constitution save.
Oh no, that's a whole 6.
All right. You're worried and focusing more on the door, but at the same time, you do kind of look around and you do see that there's a really nice fireplace that's in the middle of this as well, and there's a chair that's sitting facing that, and you just see a shape facing the fire, not really paying attention.
Yeah,
He's definitely dead.
I'm gonna make my way all the way underneath the door and see if I can't sneak around and see if I can see who's in the chair.
Oh, you're gonna try and sneak in
Yeah.
before? Did you open the door for us? Or?
No, I hadn't actually
Okay.
opened the door.
No.
I'm just trying to be sneaky and see oh.
And then in the assistant mayor's office, through the socks, you just hear, Mother? Mother?
All right. So as you go in, you see.
Do you want me to roll for stealth or no?
Yeah, go ahead and roll for stealth. And
I was like, I'll let you do this, but I figured this is 19.
okay, yeah, you beat that. Yeah, you had a 12.
So he's alive.
Yeah. So as you go, you just see a human male with silver hair, a very nice, just not a long beard, just a very well-shaped beard that is just as full as it could be, but just short, well kept. It has a mustache that's slightly curled up, ever so slightly. He has a scar above his right eye, and his eyes are closed, and his hands are folded, and he's just sitting there.
I think Norm will be a safe distance away and go, okay, this is going to be very strange. Please do not be alarmed. I am not here to hurt you.
You're not here to kill me, then why are you here?
Because I have... Look, my friends and I are trying to help, and we don't know what the hell is going on outside of what we've experienced. Please, for the love of God, help.
He goes, He stands up from his chair, looks back, and he's like 6'5", in a nice tailored suit. He goes, friends? I don't see any friends.
They are outside the door. I figure one-on-one would be easier to deal with than 1-on-5.
I mean, 1-on-5 would be quite easy to deal with.
Not in fighting. I'm talking just speaking.
I wasn't talking about fighting.
Okay, then may I unlock the door?
It's not locked.
I'm so confused about this whole interaction. Everybody, it's fine.
Can we hear him?
Yeah.
We come on in.
He looks at all of y'all and he goes,
Tell
Go
us
on.
about the warden.
he's the warden of the prison.
There's more to it. You know it. I know it. Why do you hate the warden?
Why do you hate the warden? Exactly. It's not common it's not common knowledge who he really is, but those that truly know all hate him.
I guess then that begs the question. Apparently everything changed 6 years ago.
Oh, this slight smirk gets on his face. Yes.
Tell us about that.
About what, 6 years ago, when I have decided to not have someone have power over me?
What exactly happened?
Probably the best day in my life. I was freed.
Tell us how.
My soul came to a moment of clarity. I was empowered to know that he has no more power over me, and I have taken actions into my own hands to dispose of him. It has taken quite some time, but it is working quite well.
I'm afraid that that's not going as well as you think it is.
What exactly is your scale of success for that? Because
Y'all see a mayor who's hidden in his walls.
that's what everybody sees.
That is what they need to see. The warden thinks I'm doing nothing. Oh, but I'm doing so much more. I'm reclaiming what is mine.
And what is yours?
Reclaiming the power that was taken.
What power? I'm assuming you don't mean being the mayor, so what power was taken from you?
It is exactly that. The power of being able to rule over my dominion.
This is all for control of the portal, right?
That could come in handy, yes.
Okay.
The next part of that question is, do you realize that they are abducting wild amounts of children?
This is something that I am aware of, yes.
And you know that they are like specifically training them and making them have magic?
Yes. Trying to create an army to defeat me.
I'm going to ask you a question just for the sake of the rest of my friends. Everything changed 6 years ago when you had that best day of your life. Was this underground school of kidnapping around 7 years ago? When you were still taking orders? Before the best day of your life? Were you a part of all... Come on.
That was the most southern. Like that just solidifies. That solidifies in my brain that like.
Bless your heart.
He
Is
goes,
the Underdark in the south?
Yes.
Jesus, man, spit it out. Come on,
The Underdark's south of everybody.
Jesus.
he goes, the school had not started, no, but plans were already in way, yes. But the reason for it has changed.
What was the original reason for your secret underground kidnap school?
It wasn't for a school in the beginning, it was a place for the warden to experiment,
Oh, that's better.
and it has transformed into a school to create an army for the warden, or so he thinks.
So he's creating magical child soldiers.
More or less, yes. I mean, this is... Obviously, y'all know what is going on here.
Well, we know
point.
bits and pieces, but you're being very vague with some of your responses. We're
I'm
trying.
being quite clear. I haven't asked a single thing of you. I've been quite bold and frank. I don't imagine that is any different than...
Vaguely frank.
As well as you are incredibly accepting of the fact that people just literally walked into your office, even though we have been told nobody has been able to do so for 6 years.
Yes, I allowed you to come in.
Why?
I mean, just as the warden has people in his ear to let him know what's going on, as do I.
Who are the shapeshifters?
The shapeshifters.
They had to have been on retainer when you were there. You don't just find them, or you should, as a mayor who's getting your power back. If you have power, you should, the first form of power is information. You should have at least know that the warden is using at least 2 shapeshifters, or people with polymorph magic, or something like that,
He
to
definitely
impersonate
has.
parents, to do all sorts of willy-nilly things. He's also polymorphing people into animals. I mean, if you have any power, then you already know everything that I just said. So why are we doing this? You just tell us.
I'm just here answering questions. You haven't gotten any relevant questions other than... I guess now you have given me a relevant question. What are you really wanting to know? Just be very clear.
Who are the people that work for the warden that are directly involved with the kidnapping of the children? Because that gives us a very good...
You've met 2 of them. One was an orc, I guess, I think, when he attacked you. And the other was a rat when he attacked you. I assume you have not seen those 2 since.
Brains, friends.
Okay. Are they shapeshifters?
Yes.
That's interesting. Where do you know where we can find them, or something else that would help us?
As to find them, they are quite clever in their own regards, as they change shapes, obviously. But the easiest place would be now where you have access to. Less
the
likely than what
underground.
I
Fair
have
enough.
access
Okay.
to. Maybe we can work something out where you guys can help me accomplish my goal of getting rid of the warden.
Well, since you were, and this is my last question, I'll hand it over. I'm just so excited about this little pickle we find ourselves in. But since you were involved with the whole planning of this underground school before it was a school, can you give us plans or blueprints, entrances, exits, all the different fun little secret?
I can give you what was planned, but I cannot give you what was done.
Better than nothing. Next piece of this, if I may, sorry everybody, we are currently being attacked by a moth.
Punch a moth.
Just
Close the
Anyways.
window here in a minute.
all our ADH cells were like,
I'd say Norm looks at the rest of the group. Is like, should we tell him what we're going to ask him originally? So have we reached that part of this discussion?
I mean, since you're addressing it right here, we might as well ask him.
Fantastic.
Wait, how have you remained in power all this time when the town seems to dislike you?
well, as I am in my office all day, he kind of does air quotes. I go about making sure I stay in power. I go and help fix the corruption that is done in the shadows, where no one sees it, other than those that are under my wing of protection.
But how do you still remain in power if people... Because isn't it... It's a group of 12 that vote? Is that what it was?
11.
11. So are they part of your inner circle, I guess you could say?
Majority of them are, so yes. Enough that keeps me in power.
Actually, that leads me to a different question I had. How do you just seemingly disappear from place to place?
That I do not want to reveal and will not.
Understandable.
Can I look behind that painting over there?
Be my guest.
I want to look behind the painting, and then when he turns around, I want to put my eye somewhere on a shelf somewhere where he can't see it. I just wanted to basically be somewhere behind him where he's not staring at me.
Okay. Yeah. He kind of just watches you go over to the painting and look at it. He's not paying attention to you guys and is just watching you.
Okay. Well, I was just hope somebody talks to him.
So, effectively, in order for us to try to depose or dispose of the warden,
Yes.
he has requested for us to try to get you out of office.
Of course it is.
So,
The assistant mayor, I'm sure, would be happy to take my place.
he seems like he'd rather jump off a bridge than deal with the warden at any time, but also he's afraid to die, so he won't do
Again.
it either way.
I'm sure he'd be more than happy to take my place.
Yes,
The
he's
title comes with certain powers that I'm sure he would love to have, even if they're not his.
yes,
fully.
He seems to lack any sort
Spine.
of. Wow, you literally took the words out of my mouth.
I mean, legs at some points as well.
Yes. By the way, did you pay for that, or did the warden?
You think I would pay for my so-called competition to be healed?
Wait, that's your competition.
Not really. They think he is, as he is a chipper face that puts on a front to the city, but he does it out loud where nobody really cares in a society that is broken, where I do it in the shadows with people that truly matter.
He's a fop.
Of course he is.
Were your parents killed in front of you?
That's a very deep question.
Is your real name Bruce?
It was once.
Maybe Valley.
He without breaking, he goes, no.
By the way, what does the magic socks that this assistant mayor wears, what do those do?
I mean, we can find out real quick.
They're gifts from his esteemed friend.
Do you know what they do?
It makes it where he has to abide by everything. Similar to the rings.
So basically, the wearer of the socks would be bound by the rules of the person that gives them the socks.
No, by the warden himself. It's not like it's anybody that gifts the sock have the power.
So then didn't we just free him from the burden?
Basil's like, probably if I didn't stuff it back in his ear. Literally, the warden's in his ear.
Wow.
So why don't you just tell people about the warden? Like, it's been 6 years, and
Why
you're
haven't
slowly
you
trying to regain
gone
it.
instantly and told the people about the warden?
Oh, well, that's because I've been here 4 days, and what was the other one? I'm not the mayor.
That is understandable. There's a lot more going on than what is happening. But I guess the easiest way to go is I have to build my power before I can take it back. It's not something that is easily gained with the sword of the warden. It is quite sharp, and I have to go about it slowly dulling the sword with each strike. It's not like I can snap the sword right away.
How does he control? Okay, I'm just going to throw a couple at you real quick. I'm so sorry, but again, I'm excited. How does he control the Warforged? How does he control how he pulls people in through the portal? And did you know he could pull people in through the portal? Is that why you're trying to get control of it again so that you can decide who comes in?
No, I'm not trying to get power of the portal. I'm trying to set the portal free so those that are bound by the will of the gods are brought here, not by the will of a madman. Second, as the way he powers the Warforged, I am not privy to that information, as that was a gift given to him from a man named King in a different realm, or it's a different land. It wasn't, I don't know if it was a true gift from him, but it is something that he has gained from that man.
Well, alrighty. That was not very helpful.
Is that man a king, or was he called king?
His name is King.
Well, here's the deal. We still run into the same issue of unless we this is frustrating. We are trying to liberate the children that he has kidnapped. At least the ones we know of currently. And in order to get... I don't want to gain his trust because... but also... We are trying to worm our way in enough so that we can try to remove them from the inside, I guess is the best way that I've been trying to work this out. But also, I hate that a lot.
Well, I think we can figure something out, as if you guys go from the inside, I will go from the outside, and together we can cut the head off the snake.
But
Would you be willing to step down as the mayor to further the plan of stopping the warden? Of course, this would not be a permanent thing.
No, I'm not worried about momentary changes as I am what will happen for the future of Eldoria.
Is there someone you trust in your circle to put in your place?
What about one of us?
I do not know you or trust any of you. I have given you information freely, as I can see and feel the hate that you have for the warden is quite true.
Feel the hate. Feel the hate, young one. Makes you strong.
Does Gwen know if shapeshifters, when they die, return to their normal shape or keep the shape they were in?
I feel like Gwen would know that because he's
feel
probably
like-
killed a random. It was cool. Oh, cool.
And which shapeshifters are you talking about?
So Gwen's wondering about, or I'm wondering about, because I don't remember about shapeshifters' death moves or not. But Gwen would be thinking about finding one of them, capturing one of them, making them turn to look like the mayor, then killing them to fake the mayor's death. Or if they change back when they die, then making one of them look like the mayor, and then putting some sort of mask on them with, I don't know, like razor blades around the neck or something like that, so like they can't change, like a murder necklace. So they can't change back forms into anything else.
These are just the thoughts that run through this.
Yeah. Yeah, just spitballing.
Gwen thoughts.
Good thoughts.
Thoughts of
Gwen thoughts.
Would it be better if I said it like this?
I'd almost rather.
So,
At least let the
even if
have
it's not one of us,
separation
you
and
you
Gwen.
are you willing to step aside as mayor to try and take down the warden until, and then once that's done, you can reassume that position.
I would be more than glad if you would be willing to work with me to take this man down. That way we can resume Eldoria the way it needs to go.
We'll help you go down on this man.
I guess if you guys work from, you say, the belly out, I will work from the shadows and attack from within, dulling the blade on both sides.
My question for you is there a timetable you're looking at? Because you know the warden better than we do. Again, we've been here 4 days. We have a plan, but of course to take him down, but we don't know the timetable on that. So, do you have a timetable that we need to work with?
I would say if you're able to use me stepping down as a way to gain trust, free the children, gain the trust of the people as heroes, and then we go in and slowly from the shadows build the city against the warden, one person at a time through y'all's actions. This is something that I would see would diminish the power of the warden, seeing that y'all are more powerful or have a way to sway the warden to get things done, which, by the way, has not happened in years. Nobody sways the warden. So do be cautious. There might be reasons for him doing things the way he is.
When are these elections? Nobody's been able to give us a straight answer.
The elections are usually within after the harvest. That way it gives times for the farmers and everybody to be able to voice their opinion, as the harvest will soon happen.
If you were to step down tomorrow, who takes your place? The assistant mayor?
Yes.
Well, what if he disappears? Who's third? Actually, you don't have to answer now. Would you be able to get us a list of the chain of succession? We might be able to
Yes, this
solve
is
this in a
something I
really
can do.
easy way.
It's a little behind the curtain. Who's third led to face. Oh no! Why would you ask me such questions, sir? Go.
If the 43 people in line for your office died in an explosion, who would be
First name, last name, date of birth, and their
I guess the
their
easiest
zodiac.
way to say this would be the head of the 11. So the 11 also, there's kind of a root of power that is elected to one that has not a final vote, but has kind of a headpiece to like the speaker.
Is that
The 11.
is that individual someone in your?
Yes.
So it's someone you trust.
Yes, but at the same time, for me to step down, the assistant mayor to go missing, and him to step into power, I don't think is a great move. I'm not too worried about the assistant mayor.
So you're okay with him being in power for the time
He's
being?
not in power.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Power, quote
I mean,
unquote.
things have already been run by the warden more so than anybody else, so I would be more than fine.
So I think we may have our plan, gentlemen.
why would that be our plan? If we do that, then our mission is over, and therefore we then have to do another mission, but we don't know about what it is yet.
But
Yes.
we gain access to what would be quote unquote the inner circle of the warden. He's more trusting of us. He lets us in more. We get closer to him, where hopefully we can eventually get to the point where we can.
I don't believe that we are going to be able to gain access to the warden himself. Ever at all. However, us having more access to his, for lack of a better term, domain means that at the very least we can physically remove his presence from that domain.
But we don't need to do it tomorrow or anytime soon.
So, I think that we have two big questions with the warden. One is, how do we get past the force wall? And two is, how do we take the Warforged away from him? We don't have answers to those two right now. So
That is definitely something that needs to happen before we can cut the head off the snake. More so the power of the Warforged than anything else. That has kept him in power more than anything else, I would say.
I don't
A
think
literal army at his hands as he's creating another army.
I don't think we're in a huge rush to do anything like today or tomorrow. So I think
please don't do anything today.
if you
That's
are
insane.
if you are able to, Mayor, give us a list of these 11, and then which ones are on your side that you know of, and which ones are on the warden side, which you know of, and then the ones in the middle are undecided. Then we can work with that. What were you thinking, Janu?
Well, I mean, I think we go with putting the assistant mayor in charge, right? We still know who he gives us the list, so we know the list of chain of command, right? You're saying that doesn't solve anything, but it gets us into the groove, right? Doing nothing solves nothing either, right?
But we're not doing
As
nothing.
soon as the assistant mayor gets in, he can just say martial law.
Our
we
first priority is the children that we came to rescue. So we get that resolved, because we already have an avenue of attack there, and then we can worry about this whole mayor substitution scheme.
I wouldn't worry too much about the assistant mayor, but I understand your all's reserve. I would say, as you say, that is the most important, is freeing those children to get the public eye on your side. And that is one way we can go about getting the public against the warden.
We can even use the election as a distraction, and we can do another heist to steal all the kids.
Well, we may be able to just use freeing the kids as part of. I think that
thought that
releasing
was what-
those children could be beneficial to the whole plan, but we do that first, and then the election come later.
Yes.
From what I believe, wasn't that something that we talked to to them about? Is as soon as we get this done, one, we'll have access to his name, but I guess we already know that, as you do. Two, we would be able to set more kids free as soon as we got this done.
We don't know that for a fact at all.
Obviously, yes, but from what he has said, and he always says, honesty is the best policy.
For all we know, that inside of the family means more control over our actions instead of less.
But for all we know, if we try to get the kids out now, we don't, and then we lose that too.
This gives us an opportunity to be able to truly get the opportunity to maybe free some more kids. I mean, the fact that we were able to get one child out is amazing, and the fact that
It's not that amazing, though. She said she would bring us more if we just gave her the names.
But if
So
we
why
give
don't
her
we
the
just do
names of every single child, she's not gonna release every single child.
But we know we have an avenue of attack to at least get more, at least one more. We could probably at least get a couple more.
And to be totally fair, we could try to give her all the names. The worst I think that she could say at that point is no.
But that's our only for sure avenue right now that we have open. Everything else is a guessing game.
I mean, technically, your suggestion is also a guessing game.
No,
though.
it's confirmed by the other side. It's just how much of that
We
is
get what we
confirmed.
can, and then we do what we were going to do anyways.
Because I'm not saying no to the idea. I'm saying we have to wait for the idea to come into fruition until
I
we
like that.
go through this one.
Sounds like we need to talk about this a lot, guys.
Sounds like we have some downtime things that we need to take care of.
All right.
What do you
So
think? You want
if
to talk about this over
me
the
stepping
campfire?
down- So what it sounds
nice
like is
fire
me
here.
stepping down truly doesn't resolve anything.
At this point, I think that may still be something that we need to think about, but
In the days to come.
it is an avenue of attack.
Sounds like we can rely on you though to work with us to take out the warden in some way.
Yes.
You have been wildly open with us.
Well, but by the way, what is your name? Because all we know you as is the mayor.
Gerald.
Gregory Greenhouse. No, I'm just kidding. Well, let me pull
This
up.
is Greg.
I have the notes.
Gerald of the Riviera.
Oh my gosh. Oh, my Lanta.
See, at least close.
Gerald Oscar Riviera.
Oh, I have any other notes. I'm pulling this up. Give me a few seconds.
Oh, was I able to find a place to put my eye while you're looking that up?
Go ahead and roll stealth to see if, because I roll perception.
That's a nat 1.
Oh, I rolled a 5. That's funny. Yeah, you found a spot, but he definitely saw you do it.
Just mid eye contact.
No.
You know what? I own it. Let's go. I'll be watching you.
We just would like to keep an eye on you just to make sure you're safe. It is baffling to me that I've gotten to the point where I can do that voice. It haunts me. It haunts my dreams.
Speaking of haunting dreams, can you speak to our friend that's listening to us at nighttime, like while she's trying to sleep?
Like through the podcast? Hey, Jessica, I know you're having a hard time sleeping.
No, I don't think anyone.
Thanks for emailing us at info@4dmsandanoob.com.
So as he goes back, he goes, my name, it's Viscount Augier.
Viscount Augier.
Ogier. Augier.
So fancy pronounces the S.
Has there ever been a Viscount who wasn't like just a horrible serial killing monster? Like, I don't think I've ever heard like the title Viscount without it being something like you're obviously a Sith.
What stories do you listen to?
I don't know. Apparently bad ones with bad Viscounts.
I mean, I've heard of counts being bad, like Dracula.
Well, it sounds like we have some things to discuss to formulate a plan.
Like Dracula.
Chancellor. No, I'm just kidding. Supreme Chancellor.
Something dark side.
So,
But
yes. It does seem like you need to figure a few things out. As do I. At what time do you think we should? I guess. Should I step down as mayor sooner?
Are you looking to retire early?
No.
Because we told you to wait, and then you're just
We
like,
will-
really, you
we
really
will-
want to.
No,
We will-
y'all
We
told him to
haven't-
wait.
yeah,
me and Basil said let's do it now. So
I
how
thought you
about
were in for the kids' mission too.
yes, but there's more than one way to do a mission.
I mean,
We'll come back tomorrow with a plan in motion if that works for you.
Yeah, don't resign tonight, please.
Yeah.
well, I mean, if I were to resign tonight, that would give y'all 12 hours to figure something out, as it is morning time, but I understand.
We'll come back tomorrow.
I hope you figure something out.
us too.
Basil, I guess, kind of just starts walking out at this point. Just,
See you later.
I guess we'll get the list when we come back tomorrow as well for the 11. Yes, that is something that I can have ready quite quickly. And Basil just kind of is like, all right, well, I don't really think there's any resolve going to this guy, and just kind of walks out.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like we need to go have a meeting somewhere to talk about a plan. Somewhere private, maybe the inside of that safe, where no one can hear us.
just revisit the scene of the crime. That's nothing we've ever done before.
Did you mean the safe in his room?
No,
You meant the safe at
the jeweler.
The jeweler.
right now is an active crime scene.
Excuse me, officers. I
I've seemed to left something.
I left something in this.
And I now have keys to this place. Ooh.
We could go see if that place is for sale yet.
Well, actually, Mayor, by chance, is that something he kind of pops his head back in. He goes, I apologize for my comment first of all. I'm just frustrated of this whole situation. So,
Understandable.
but here's the thing. We need a place to kind of have for ourselves. We have access to a jeweler store that was just attacked by a ravenous man named Brain. Is there any way that we can procure this location, as there are no more owners, and it seems as though it has a safe that is quite safe in lots of regards and might be good to have in, I guess, your hands as well, if it is would be with us. Do you guys agree?
Agreed.
I like having a safe room.
The kitchen's not bad.
Sounds dandy to me.
Right. Yes, I can also have that procured for you tomorrow as well. The deed of the place as well.
What about this Raging Bitch Inn?
The lewd bitch.
The lewd bitch.
Raging bitch is a totally different place.
No.
What about the lewd bitch? That would, because, and hear me out, that's where I've noticed that when we were with the warden, he has a dog with the collar, the raging bitch, or the lewd bitch. I don't know why I'm saying the raging bitch.
Why are you so angry?
I don't know. But he had the dog, the golden retriever from the lewd bitch, and we keep finding connection after connection between the two establishments, between what we think are polymorph people and people who work with the Warden Syndicate, and
Yes.
they're always up in the
I will
lewd
let you
bitch.
know the lewd bitch is obviously one of the places that is used for communication within the city, to move things quickly. It's part of what they use. But as their main hideout, no. You know where that is what I assume now that you've had more contact with the warden.
The farm.
Yes, this is where I know it to be as well. But I've been working slowly to find ways and to get in, and as you've asked for, the plans of what it once was are not the same as what was done. I'll let you know that now. I don't think those plans will help. If it's something that you want just to have for information's sake, that is what I can get you as well tomorrow.
Are we allowed to go to the jeweler's today, even though you said you won't be able to procure the thing for us?
It will take some time, as it is an active crime scene.
Could you use your powers as mayor to shuffle the papers today so we can go have our discussion, and we can do so privately, because that place has a place where we can talk privately, away from, prying ears and eyes.
I do not think I can procure it that quickly without raising some eyebrows.
Would you be able to hire us as private investigators and give us access to all of these places anyways? And then we work
I
with
guess
your writ?
technically, right now, I can,
Deputize us
yes, in a way, I could do this
legally.
legally and give you access to any of these locations as private detective. Yes, this is something I can do. I can write a note for my right-hand man. We can get this going. So that is what he does. He goes over to his desk. Kind of, you see his hand go under the desk. Within minutes, a young female gnome in her 50s. So she's
Wait, what was that sentence?
a younger female gnome in her 50s.
And where did he grab her from?
No, she comes into
She
the room.
comes in.
He went under the desk, did some stuff, and then she came.
He did not come from under the desk. Like,
Oh wait.
hi. No.
The whole time.
And you wonder why what happens to Solon happens to Solon, listeners. No, she comes in and she goes, yes, Mayor? He goes, Sterling, get this paperwork down as quickly to Valsyrian so we can deputize these 5 with an investigation. These 5 will be working under my wing. And she goes,
Understood. Yes, sir.
And she takes you guys to get the paperwork. And as that happens, we will end the episode and start off with episode 17 or 18. Which one are we on?
We're on 18 right now.
All right, jeez. So we'll be on episode 19. We'll end and we'll start with episode 19, picking up with being deputized and going from there, making a plan. If you guys have enjoyed the newest episode of 4DMs and a Noob.